Impact Audio presents Domestic Extremist, a practical guide to winning the culture war by Peachy Keenan, read for you by the author. Land Acknowledgement. This book was written on unceded stolen lands first settled by my ancient California ancestors, who came to the coast seeking better lives, mostly by way of the 10 freeway and LAX. Push back against the age as hard as it pushes against you. Flannery O'Connor. A dead thing goes with the stream, but only a living thing goes against it. G.K. Chesterton. In this house, we believe parents are the bosses of their kids. Babies are good. More babies are better. Dating is for suckers. 2 genders are plenty. Your career is overrated. Feminism is a cope for the unpopular and undateable. Mainstream American culture destroys families. We are going to win. About the title. My name is Peachy Keenan, and I am a domestic extremist. Unless you feel violently threatened by monogamous breeding pairs or large families, my use of the term domestic extremist has exactly zero to do with violence. You can call off the no-knock raid. Tell the guys at the CIA black site they won't have to prep my gulag cell. My waterboarding will have to wait. A note to my CIA readers. If you must waterboard me, I prefer Fiji. Do not attempt to waterboard me with tap water or, Aquafina. When I say domestic extremist, I am referring to someone who is extremely domestic, literally. The dictionary defines domestic as, quote, of or relating to the home, the household affairs, or the family, devoted to home life or household affairs, unquote. My fellow domestic extremists and I choose peace, love, and the radical, yes, extreme, rejection of the bleak lifestyle promoted by mainstream culture that is leading entire generations to rack and ruin. Instead, we pursue and achieve true and lasting happiness by embracing natural, organic, inborn domesticity. By elevating family, parenthood, and, trigger warning, tradition. The word tradition scares some people, but I'm not talking about returning to the Middle Ages or the colonial era. We don't have to search that far back to recall a time when American culture wasn't this depraved. Forget the 1780s, I'll take the 1980s. By becoming just a bit more domestic, we can develop immunity from progressive social engineering and pass this precious gift onto our many descendants. We will recklessly, even wantonly, flout societal scolds and community commissars. Once you experience the thrill of our quiet domestic rebellion and see how much it enrages progressive harpies, you may be hooked for life. At least, I hope so. Because America needs more domestic extremists badly. Men and women guided by forgotten ways and beliefs handed down over generations, or perhaps discovered anew in times of darkness. Guess what? You already know what to do. To become a domestic extremist, all you must do is listen closely for the ancestral longings that lurk in the heart of every human being. As you listen, dormant instincts may rouse themselves from slumber. Pay attention to them. They will lead you out of the barren wasteland that stretches before us. Good news. You don't need to own a ranch, live on a farm, or bake cookies wearing high heels and pearls to become domestically extreme. Instead, you will simply begin to make choices, large and small, that come not from without, but from deep within. You will be able to construct impermeable, invisible defenses around your soul that protect it from our broken culture. You will happily reject the current era and all its poison. You will reclaim authority over your life and your children. Too much of our parental authority has been handed over blindly to a culture that many of us don't recognize and most of us want little to do with. Let's kiss it goodbye for good. You can become a domestic extremist in any setting, city, suburb, or countryside. You don't need any special equipment, clothing, or books, except this one, and maybe one other. Becoming a domestic extremist is so simple, you can start this second. All you have to do is choose to live again in a way that, within recent memory, was considered normal. We didn't become the extremists, they did. Remember normal? Why did being normal get canceled?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?